What's up, FOA squad? I'm Anthony, and welcome to our channel, Life with Anthony. I hope you guys are doing well out there. Happy whatever day I get to post this video for you guys. Today's video is just going to be a video of me. I guess you can call it a reflection video. I used to always make videos where I share my thoughts on what's in my head with you guys, and it's been a long time since I have made one of those videos. But for some reason, the past few days, I tell you, when you have time on your hands, you think a lot. And as you guys know, those of you who've been around with me for years and years, I tend to be a overthinker. I was really bad at that a couple of years ago. But I've gotten a lot better with it, and I try not to overthink things. But there was a time where I used to always share my thoughts, and you guys would talk about it and I would talk about it, and it's just something that I used to always do. And I can attribute it to, once again, having a lot of time on your hands and you think about things. Well, ever since I've been back here at the campground, for some reason, this has been in my head. Not really bad, not really hard, not overthinking it or anything like that. But for some reason, I just started thinking, what is my claim to fame, so to speak? What is my claim to my life? If I am on my dying bed, looking back at my life, what would I be looking back at? And this is not going to be like a morbid conversation or anything. It's going to be a really, really good perspective, I guess, on, something that a lot of you may not have thought about. But for me, I thought, if today was my day, what would I be thinking about my life? I'm not married. I don't have kids. Let's see. I didn't graduate college, And looking back, I would say, there's nothing really significant that I can look back on my life and say that, hey, I have lived a good life. Now, for many of you, you have kids, and if you did a good job with your kids, you can look back and say, hey, I did a good job at parenting, or if you have furthered your education and you've gotten your master's and all of that good stuff, that's something that you can look back on and say, hey, I accomplished that, I achieved that, or or whatever category. If you got married and you're in a great marriage and you've been married for many years, that's something that you can look back on your life and say, hey, that was great. I created a lot of memories through that. But when I look back at my life, I'm like, there's nothing significant that I can say that, that has happened. I have really good friends. I have a really good connection with my family, but on a personal level, I mean, things for me and that I have achieved for myself is I don't see a lot of things that I can look back on and say, hey, that qualifies to me as having a good life. I mean, the closest I can say right now is that I've been on one job for over 30 years. I've been in the same industry for over 35 years. I mean, that's an accomplishment. I mean, I can't sit here and say there aren't a lot of people who, because I'm quite sure there are, but I'm speaking personally for me. But I want something more. I want something more satisfying that, when my time comes, I can look back and say, hey, I did that. So my claim to fame for my life is going to be travel. It's going to be traveling the world and experiencing different cultures, seeing as much of the world as I can. And that's going to be what I'm going to be able to look back on my life and say, hey, I've been here, I've been there, I experienced that. Excuse me, I experienced that country, this country, and it's not a lot of people that probably will be able to say that, that they were able to go here, go to this country, go to that country, and experience their culture. For me now, being a single person, living this way, given the opportunities to be able to go to different countries and experience different cultures, I think is creating memories. There are so many different aspects in a person's life to create memories. Whether it's your first child's birth or you're graduating college or whatever. For me, it's going to be, I've been here, I did this in this part of the country. I've been to a lot of the United States states and everything, but you really get to see the outside world from your world when you get to go to other countries and experience their world. That's when you can say, hey, I experience different cultures, and you get a look at how other people live in a world that's not a part of your world. If all of this makes sense, and if I'm at my end and I can look back and relive those memories for a short period of time, I think that I will be satisfied and say that, hey, I lived a really, really nice, satisfying life. Because I'm definitely not having no kids at this point in time. I'm definitely not going back to school to further my education to do what, So there are very limited accomplishments that I think at my age that I can accomplish and feel satisfied about, to say that, hey, it's one of those things that I can look back on and say that I accomplished. My memory is not the best at these days, so I'm probably not going to be good at learning anything too new, like a new language or like to play the piano or something like that. Heck, sometimes I get frozen in thought, like, what was I thinking about? What was I about to do? You have to know your limitations. You have to know your weaknesses and your strengths at this age, and I know my weaknesses and I know my strengths at my age. And learning something new that requires a lot of mind thought is not in my wheelhouse. It's not in my wheelhouse. So I just, I don't know. It's just, have you guys ever thought about that? Have you ever thought, if you had to take a quick look back at your life right now, it doesn't have to necessarily be, you on your end or on your dying bed. I mean, just right now, if you take a look at your life right now and you had to take a look back, are there many things in your life that you can say you are proud of, that you accomplished and everything? And I'm sure there are a lot of FOAs out there that accomplish and are proud of so many things in their life. But that wasn't the route that my life took. And I just wanted to throw that up at you guys and see what some of your thoughts are on that. Again, this is me ready to move on, ready to get going off this campground, having a little bit too much time on my hands, and just, find myself into thought. And that's the result of this video. But I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. It's a very short video. Just curious to see what your thoughts are. And, next year, my claim to fame is I've always traveled. and I've always had a love for travel. And there was a period of time where my traveling had came to a halt, but now I am and I have the opportunity to get back into traveling. I love traveling, I really do. And next year, starting next year, you know, I'm going to make some traveling memories. I'm going to start visiting different countries that I want to go to, experience different cultures. I mean, even if I don't know anything about a country, I'm going to try and go there anyway. As long as it is a safe place, as long as it's safe for Americans to go over to, and as long as it has some of the things that I'm interested in, I'm going to try and visit as many countries. Not next year, I'm just saying from this point on. You know, a lot of people put a lot of emphasis on saving money. And I thought about that too. And that was my initial reason for living this lifestyle, was to save for retirement. But then I thought, and these are recent thoughts the past few days since I've been back here at the campground. Save for what? Save all that money for what? And a lot of you are just going to give that money to someone else. And I'm like, is that really what I want to do? Is just save, and not experience life, especially after all the things that I just now mentioned to you guys that applies to my life, not having this to look back on or that to look back on, whereas a lot of you have those things that you can possibly look back on. And I decided that, yeah, saving money and having money is good. I mean, you need money, period. You need money to survive in today's world. Money is a key factor in everybody's life. And I don't deny that or go against saying, okay, yeah, you need a lot of money when you retire. But look at the way that I live, though. I do not live a traditional lifestyle. I live, probably an affordable lifestyle from the majority of you, So it's not like I need a ton of money as I get older. I just need to, and I am very good at it, and have definitely in the past, I would say 5 years, have managed my funds a lot better. But I don't have a claim to fame for my life, and I really want one. And traveling is, to me, my only option of, getting that and achieving that. So yes, while saving money is important, I look at it slightly different now. Yes, I will continue to save, but at the same time, I'm also going to spend money on creating memories. And my memories, once again, which this whole video is talking about, is going to be traveling and experiencing different cultures and making those type of memories for myself. We all have different types of memories that we can look back on, and this is going to be mine. So next year I am going to travel. I'm not going to stay as much as I can, but I am definitely going to be traveling at a rate where I'm not sitting around waiting or trying to figure out what I want to do or anything. Next year is going to be a year that I'm going to be looking forward to. I'm going to have things to look forward to in the way of travels. I already know that September of next year, I mentioned this to you guys, I'm already going to Italy on a 7-day cruise with my middle sister, who is retiring next year, and she's inviting her family and friends to celebrate her retirement in Italy. I'm almost paid off for that trip. I'm going to be in Italy at least 3 days before the cruise, because I've never been to Italy before, and I want to be able to experience a little bit of the country before hopping on the ship and going on the cruise. I also will probably stay a day after the cruise, so that I have plenty time to make my flight, so to speak. So, and I'm kicking off the year with my birthday. I'm not going out of the country next year. I am going to Disneyland, Disney World here in Orlando. I decided that that was what I was going to do. It's an easy trip. It's only about 4 hours from the campground, so I can just drive there. I already booked the hotel. I plan on going to two of the parks that I have not been to since I took my nieces and nephews like years and years ago. So I'm going to go to those two parks. I'm going to have me some good food in the area and just, have a relaxed but fun to me type of birthday, because you guys know how much I love Disney World and the whole Disney thing. So that is what I decided to do for my 59th birthday. I also booked a out of the country trip for July of next year. I'm not going to tell you guys at this moment where it is, but it's a place that I'm almost sure that none of you will guess that this country. I'm shocked that I chose this country, but that's what it's all about. It's about going to countries that you ordinarily may not have thought of going to. And I also am planning to, I'm looking into another out of the country trip somewhere in the April, May area. I want to always have something really, really exciting to look forward to. When I come off of this trip, 3 months down the line, I want to be going on another trip. And that's the way I want to keep it going for the next few years. At the beginning of next year, I'll give you guys my whole lineup of trips that I have planned, because I'm quite sure that I'm going to plan at least 2 more trips for next year, whether it's a cruise, an out of the country trip, or something of that nature. But I'm about to create myself a lot of cultural experiences and memories. And that's going to be my claim to my life. When I look back at it, be like, I did something that a lot of people have not done, or I can't believe that I guess I can believe, but there are so many people out there that probably never even left their hometown, never even left out of their city. And I'm fixing some fish fillets right now, and I got 2 more seconds, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up so I can eat my fish fillets. This is my first meal of the day. Just 3 little fish fillets. And then I'm about to go to Publix and get me a Florida Sun Pass, because I'm getting tired of getting these little letters in the mail. I went over a toll or something, went through on a toll road, and they sending me these letters, which is making my mail situation a little complicated, because I gotta keep going to them and pick up the mail and all this kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna go get a Sun Pass today and put that up on my windshield, so I don't have to get any more letters in the mail. But that's it for today, guys. Just a little kind of like a reflection video. Just I want my life to have some purpose. I want it to be able to, just having this community here, my life have, a lot more purpose than it did prior to me having a YouTube channel and establishing this community, because of what a lot of you have expressed to me, what watching and being a part of the FOA community has done for you has definitely been great for me. And I can definitely say that that has been one of the things that I can look back on, especially when I'm getting to meet so many of you guys in person through meetups and through these trips, these FOA trips that we're going to continue to have, and getting a chance to hear your stories and everything up close and personal. And I've been told many times at meetups and even here on the channel and the comment section, I've been told many times you know, what I do for a lot of you. And even though it's overwhelming at times when I meet somebody up close and they are expressing to me in person what I do for them and how I somehow lift their day up and their spirits up, it's you know, that's a good purpose too. You know, it's not something that I actually thought about at the time I was making this video. It just came to me right now. It's like, okay, that's a purpose there. You know, you make these videos, I make these videos, I just be myself, and myself, according to a lot of you, helps out your day, you know. And thankfully, my personality is, you know, something that a lot of you enjoy. I'm silly, I'm goofy. You guys experienced that on the last cruise. I am a goofy, silly person. I love to laugh. And boy, oh boy, did I do a lot of that on that cruise. So I'm quite sure that I came across to a lot of you guys as I am on the videos in person. And I really enjoyed spending time with you guys. But that's going to do it. My fish fillets are ready. I'm going to hop off of here. Just one of those videos of me sharing what's in my head with you guys. Once again, I used to make these type of videos all the time because I was an overthinker. I'm better at that. But that's going to be a wrap for today's video, guys. If you have any thoughts on today's little conversation, and, you know, I'm sure you guys will put it in the comments. But let me know, what would you be looking back? I mean, again, I'm not trying to make this morbid or anything, but what would you be looking back at on your life today? What would you be looking back on your life? And what would be some of your most proud moments? Or are you in the same situation that I'm in, that, you know, you look back at your life and go, gee, I didn't do anything really significant. Yes, I took care of myself and did what I was supposed to have done for myself. But outside of that, let me know in the comments where you are in your life. And that's going to do it. All right, my FOA friends, as always, thanks for taking a few minutes out of your day to watch my videos. I appreciate you guys. You know that. And I'll see you guys the next time. Oh, before I go, don't forget, let's get those 2026 bookings done. I think the last time I checked, we were at 14 bookings, I believe. And a couple people told me that they're going to book in the next couple of days. Again, my goal is the new deposit, the new $125 deposit has been extended until November the 15th. So if you want to go and check that out before November the 15th, my goal is, I said my goal in the previous video, depending on which of these videos I put out first, this one or the one that I have already prepared to put out, I said my goal was going to be 30 rooms booked by the November 15th deadline. I want to up that up because it's a lot of you out there, and it's a lot of you that I read in the comments said that they definitely will be going on the next one, and they, you know, they wish they had gone on this one. So I'm going to challenge you guys. Yes, we're going to turn this into a challenge. I'm going to challenge you guys that by November the 15th, we want to have at least, I'm just going to go up a little bit. I said 30 at first. I want to have, or would like to have from you, at least 40 rooms booked by November the 15th. We can do that. I mean, look how many of the FOA community is out there. We getting like 20,000 views on a video I mean, even some of the lower views videos, like 14,000. I mean, 14,000, we can get 40 rooms from, I was about to say 50 rooms, but I'm gonna go ahead and, I moved it up 10 extra rooms. So I'm quite sure we can get 40 rooms booked by November the 15th. It's $125 per person. After that, it's going to go up to $250 per person. And once again, this is the going rate for the rooms now. The different types of rooms. What you see on the flyer is the going rate. After November the 15th and the deposit deadline is over with, or not deadline, but sale is over with, the cost of the whole trip can increase some. We experienced that with our previous cruise. So more incentive for you guys to, if you are still considering whether you want to go on this next 2026 cruise, to let's get those $125 and book that room, and let's reach 40 rooms by November the 15th. All right, I said enough. I had to throw all that up in there because if I would have ended the video, I would have been like, dang, I ain't even talk about the daggone cruise. But once again, let's do it. FOA, 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 hey, FOAs, hey, let's do it. Let's do it. We can do it. 40 rooms. All right, guys, I'm going for real this time. Woo, boy, oh boy.